The border crisis is a mess. It is an absolute mess. And over and over and over again, the Democrats are trying to tell us that it's the Republicans' problem. I'm sorry. Who's the one that came in there and said it's so mean to put up this border? Who's the one that actually is saying we need everybody to come here and we are the United States for a reason, and the Statue of Liberty and this, that, and the other? How many times have we? I'm not even going to play it for you because it's sort of old news, but they told us over and over and over and over again, Trump bad, border bad, let's bring everyone together, good. All right, so now they got a little problem, just a little tiny problem, because, well, you can't do this as easily as they thought. And so now they're trying to jam this darn bill through. This bill that includes the border, includes spending for Ukraine. Wow, Israel as well is in there. Listen to Donald Trump speaking with our friends over on Newsmax about this very issue today. Listen.
Well, it's hard to believe because I think it probably would mean the end of their career. This is a Democrat trap. It's a trap for Republicans that would be so stupid, so foolish to sign a bill like this. This bill can't be signed. And it's not only that, it's massive amounts of money going out of town, as we say, going out of town, billions and billions and billions of dollars. And it's so bad on the border. I've never seen anything like it. Actually, it's one of the worst, one of the dumbest bills I've ever seen. I think it's dead, totally dead at the House. I think they have almost unanimous or unanimous support. But I can't imagine anybody wanting to approve this bill.
I think he's right. I think it's DOA. But here's President Biden trying to convince us why it's good and why this will solve the border crisis somehow. Just give them more money, more money, more money. That's all they need.
Stop fentanyl at the southwest border. We have that capacity. An additional 100 additional immigration judges to help reduce the year-long asylum backlog. You show up for asylum and the judge is supposed to talk to you. It takes a year to get that discussion going. This bill would also establish new, efficient, and fair process for the government to consider an asylum claim for those arriving at the border. Today, the process can take 5 to 7 years, as you all know. They show up at the border, get a bracelet, told them to come back when called, 5 to 7 years from now, in country. That's too long, and it's not rational. With the new policies in this bill and the additional of 4,300 more asylum officers who spend hours, I might add, with each immigrant to consider their claims, whether they qualify, we'll be able to reduce that process to 6 months, not 5 to 7 years. This bipartisan bill will also expedite work permits so those who are here and who qualify can begin work more quickly. That's something that our governors, our mayors, and our business leaders have been asking me for and asking them for. All across the country, they've been asking for this. It'll also create more opportunities for families to come together for business, to hire additional workers. And for the first time in 30 years, this bipartisan legislation increases the number of immigrant visas for people legally able to come to this country through ports of entry. And it ensures that for the first time that vulnerable, unaccompanied young children have legal representation at the border. This bill would also give me as president.
The whole thing is DOA. And it's just kind of funny. It's like, hey, buddy, now you tell us we need all this help at the border. So what was that the last few years? What is it that you campaigned on, for goodness sakes? You told us you wanted to be able to bring more and more and more people here. You wanted a path to citizenship. How many times have we heard that? Just Kamala Harris, just the other day, saying it again, that we need to have a path to citizenship. What do you think that's going to do? It's like, hey, come and get it. So they come. I mean, understandable. It's human nature. And you know what? Who wouldn't want to live here? I want to live here. Let's keep making America a place where people want to live, but let's actually protect ourselves against the onslaught that we're dealing with right now that economically and physically we cannot handle. And you don't need me to say that. Listen to the New York mayor, Democrat mayor, who's saying, hang on, you know what? This is not something we need to be dealing with in New York. This is ICE. This is federal government. Joe Biden can do this. Why hasn't he?
And here's the only area of the law that I think should be examined, and I made it clear. You repeatedly commit felonies, dangerous crimes. If you're found guilty, you should not be in our city. That's what I believe. And ICE can execute warrants. ICE can have a role here. You know, they can. No one is stopping ICE from doing their job. They have a job to do when you deal with dangerous people such as that.
No one's stopping ICE from doing their job. So why doesn't ICE do their job? Think about it. I mean, it's a little late. I'm just going to tell you, it's a little late, Joe Biden, in an election year to suddenly be caring about the border. After you didn't care, you didn't care, you didn't care. And when you don't care for that long, you know what? It catches up with you. It catches up with you, buddy. And that's why you get a crisis right now. Take a look at the poll numbers. You see that America does not see him as being able to handle this at all. When it comes to the issue of border security, it's a new NBC News poll out, by the way. Wow. I mean, he just gets whacked on everything. But 57% say Trump can handle the border. Only 22% say Biden can. I mean, that's pretty dramatic. It's really dramatic. Economy, similar numbers over there. Competence. I mean, we're just at the basic floor of competence. Who is competent? 48% say Trump, 32% say Biden. So if I'm Biden, I'm starting to get really, really worried.